everyone, it's Brennan. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another video. Today we are going to talk about all the books I want to read in December. We will make a quick go of this. This is a pretty ambitious TBR. I have 11 books on it, which is kind of typically around what I read in a month, but I've got some chunky books on here. But to get this one out of the way, and you all probably have not heard me talk about this, but I read There Are No Saints by Sophie Lark last month in November, and her new book, the second book in this duet, comes out today, December 1st, and that is There Is No Devil. Super excited to pick this up. It will be such a quick read just because these books are so good, and I can't wait to see how the story wraps up. This is a serial killer indie romance, and that's all I'll say about it here. This video will go up first, but be on the lookout for my November wrap up and you can get some more details there. And then some of the books I'm currently reading. I'm still currently reading Jojo Moyes' The Giver of Stars. I am literally loving this so much. It's just taking me a while to get through because I don't sit down and read a physical book very often. That's something I want to change in the new year, but I'm over halfway through this book, I believe. It is firing up. This is a historical fiction and it's based in Kentucky around the Packhorse Library. So it's in like the 1930s. I'm loving this. It talks a lot about women's roles in society and kind of changing that and just kind of changing lives for Appalachian people, and I am loving this. The ebook I'm currently reading is Anna Harrington's If the Duke Demands. This is a historical romance. Obviously there's Duke in the title. I am loving this so much. I'm reading some great books right now. The setup of this book is she's like a farm girl, I guess you would say. She was an orphan and she's living with her aunt and uncle, and they are the tenants to the Duke, but they like recently came into their role as Duke because they did some stuff for the crown. But this is her romance with the Duke, but she is trying to romance the Duke's younger brother, and that goes awry, and then they all travel to London together, and she's trying to help him find a wife and he is trying to help her get in good graces with his younger brother, but they are the ones who end up falling in love, and this is seriously so good. And then the audiobook I'm listening to is Alice Feeney's Rock, Paper, Scissors. It's a thriller and it's great for the wintry season. Maybe I'll do a winter recommendations video. But there's a lot going on in this thriller. So we have an isolated setting. It's a couple, their marriage is in trouble. They're trying to revive it by staying at this chapel in Scotland, and they have secrets. There's another character who is super creepy. She's got some secrets. It's a very creepy time. And I'm excited to see where it goes, but I also kind of feel like it has a lot of different things going on. And the guy in the marriage, the husband, he has facial blindness, so he can't recognize anyone. I don't know if that's a real thing or not. I guess it is, but that just seems a really convenient thing to throw into a thriller. And that was one of the things I didn't like about Riley Sager's newest release, Survive the Night. I just felt like these things that the characters experience are really convenient for the plot and not in a fun way. Okay, I'm going to put Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas on my TBR. I am so embarrassed that I have not read this book. I read Tower of Dawn in August of last year. So it has been well over a year since I picked up a Throne of Glass book. I only have the last book left. It's just been intimidating, I guess. And like I said, I just don't sit down and read a lot of physical books. My library doesn't have the audiobook for this. I got, you can see, about 200 pages in, but when I pick this up, I'm just gonna restart it. This is the last book in Sarah J. Maas's Throne of Glass series, which is a YA verging on new adult fantasy series. It is great. I've talked about it before. You probably know what it's about. There's fae, there's magic, there's witches. It's a great time, and I need to finish the series. My dad has beaten me to finishing this. And just continuing with the Sarah J. Maas train, I want to continue with her A Court of Thorns and Roses series with A Court of Wings and Ruin. This is her more adult fantasy series, and this one is very much more romantic, it seems. If you're in the book community, you know about this series. Very fae heavy, and another great, very dramatic time. The ending of the second book, A Court of Mist and Fury, wow, a little painful. And I've heard this one's pretty painful too, so let's just keep going with that. And then Penny Reed is supposed to have a new release this month. It comes out on December 14th, and it is Homecoming King, The Homecoming King, Homecoming King. And it's also the Sugar and Spice book club pick, so I'm super excited to pick that up. Penny Reed writes amazing romantic comedies, and I love them. And then kind of randomly, I am about 25% into In 5 Years by Rebecca Searle. And I'm not gonna lie, I picked this up because I've heard quite a few people say they didn't like it. And I just kind of want to know why they didn't like it. And I've heard it compared to One Day in December by Josie Silver, which I enjoyed. Now that I'm like looking back on it, these are more chick litty than they are romances. But I don't know, I just kind of want to know why people don't like this book. And it's super short. The audiobook is like 7 hours. And then continuing with my fantasy heavy ambitions, the 7th and final Zodiac Academy book comes out on December 18th, I believe. It comes out this month. And I need to read the second book. I can't remember what the title is of the second book, but you can see it right here. So after I finish the 5th book, the names of these are just like not with me at all. I think the 7th book though is called like Heartless Sky, and there's a scorpion on it. Anyway, these are also fantasy romances, and they are so painful. Like, they are so dramatically painful. And when I finished the 5th book, I was like, okay, I'm gonna hold off on reading the 6th book until it's closer to time for the last book to come out. Well, now that time is upon me, so I need to pick up the 6th book and see what's happening, see what these people are doing with their lives. The first book starts at an academy, and you have elemental abilities based on your zodiac signs, but you're also fae. So you have your fae forms, and there are different orders like vampires, werewolves, dragons, different things like that. It's a lot. Like, truly, it's probably too much, but I love it. And then I would also love to pick up From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. It's Sahara's Fanro Book Club pick, and I just need to read this. It's a fantasy romance. The cover is everywhere. You all have seen it. I need to know what's so great about it. And then I also would love to participate in the historical romance readathon. Jessica from Peace Love Books and Lacey from Lacey Book Lovers and Lisa from Remarkably Lisa, they do these pretty often, and they have a Christmas, wintry, holiday themed one. It runs December 6th to the 12th. And while I probably won't hit all of the prompts on this bingo board, which I'll throw up here, I definitely want to do my best to read a few. I really want to read more historical romances, and I've really been in the mood for them lately. And the group book is this super cute holiday themed romance. It's by Grace Burrows, who I have not read, which is another one of the prompts, an author you have not read from. And this is Lady Sophie's Christmas Wish. And I think this will also hopefully hit for me. Okay, green on the cover is one of the prompts. And then in winter is one of the prompts. So hopefully this will knock out those for me. And then a couple of the other prompts is an untitled character and a book in a series. And I want to continue with Kerrigan Byrne's Victorian Rebels series. This is The Hunter, and our hero in this is an assassin. He is not a titled man. I think he was born in prison, and he's had a lot of trauma from that, and he's hired to assassinate our heroine, and instead of killing her, he kisses her. And what a great time that sounds like. And then I'm not sure what prompt I'm going to make this fit, but I have the audiobook for Mine Till Midnight by Lisa Kleypas. I'll find a way to spin it into some of the prompts for the readathon, but I already have the audiobook for it, and I checked it out from the library, so I need to pick it up really soon. And then depending on how my time goes, maybe I can throw in a couple more historicals, and I really want to vlog. Truly, in December, I would love to upload as many videos as possible. So I want to vlog, want to do some recommendations. Maybe haven't done one of those videos in a while. But thank you all for watching. Leave a snowflake emoji below. It's December. Maybe it'll start snowing soon, but in Kentucky I feel like it doesn't really snow until the end of January, into February. But anyway, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know what books you're looking to read in December, and I'll see you next time.